Coming up on Mountain News this morning, we follow cleanup efforts in Middle Tennessee just days after a tornado tore through several communities, leaving at least 25 dead.
And here in Kentucky, while we did not deal with a tornado on Tuesday, people took time to prepare for one as part of a severe weather awareness week.
And in Laurel County, a home was completely destroyed after an afternoon fire that put 2 people fighting the blaze in the hospital.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning. It is 4:59. I'm Will Puckett.
And I am Lacey Roberts.
Thank you for tuning in to Mountain News This Morning on this Thursday, March the 5th, or Lacey, as we call it around here, it's Friday Eve.
Oh, I can get with that one.
Okay, perfect.
I can get that.
Yesterday was a gorgeous day.
It was nice outside.
Hopefully we can dial that up today, right?
Right. Brandon, please tell us good news.
Big man, what you got for us?
There you go. Now you can save me. But I think you'll be dry. I think it'll be mild, but I think it's going to be cloudy.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
No rain though, right?
Not till tonight.
Okay.
So I think we're dry for the daytime hours. You'll see some sunshine at times today as clouds ebb and flow across the region. We're going to continue to track that this morning on satellite and radar. And I saw the moon on my way in, but obscured by clouds just a little bit. So it's going to be back and forth today. Temperatures in the 30s and 40s this morning. I think we drop back into the upper 30s by 7 o'clock for most. Out the door forecast, we are going to see, again, conditions mild today in the low 60s. We got to about 66 yesterday, and then clouds will basically go back and forth throughout the day. But this is the last mild day until the weekend because we get a taste of winter back tomorrow. I'll talk about that here in a little bit. Will?
All righty, Brandon, thank you. Well, the cleanup of Middle Tennessee continues just days after tornadoes ripped through the community. This is one of the worst tornado outbreaks in recent memory, with at least 25 people dead and a couple dozen more missing. 5 victims in Putnam County. One of the heavily affected areas were under 13 years old. Volunteers continue to help clear the debris the storm has left behind. Nashville Mayor John Cooper applauds the recovery effort from the community.
What an incredible community we have. Now we're in the transition from yesterday's emergency to recovery. The next phase will be rebuilding.
President Trump plans to visit the impacted areas tomorrow.
And a startling discovery in one of the hardest hit counties. Officials in Putnam County said skeletal remains were discovered during a search for missing and injured. Yesterday, Putnam County Sheriff Eddie Ferris said that as crews searched the area, they found skeletal remains that investigators do not believe are related to the storms. Officials say they believe the remains had been there for quite some time. They went to the Davidson County Medical Examiner's office to be examined.
Here in Kentucky, while we did not deal with a tornado on Tuesday, some people took time to prepare for one yesterday. Students across the region, including those at Hazard Middle School, participated in the statewide tornado drill. They went through what they would need to do if an actual tornado came through Hazard. While rare, teachers say this is an important drill to have.
In the event that if anything should happen, we want them to know where to go, what to do, and how to get there as quickly as possible and safely.
This is part of Severe Weather Awareness Week that continues through the end of this week.
And we go to West Virginia, where suspicious remains were also found in Wayne County this past weekend. West Virginia State Police tell us the discovery was made on Sunday when a homeowner found the remains on his property along Dufault Road in the LaValette area. State Police began the investigation but quickly handed it over to the FBI. Those officials have not released many details but say they have sent the remains to a lab and are waiting those results. This is a developing story, and we will update you as soon as we learn more about the case.
Alyssa Noble was back in court in Leslie County for a bond hearing yesterday, but it did not happen. Noble is accused of hitting and killing Paige Hayes in 2017, as well as injuring another woman. The judge said the hearing was called because he had only verbally revoked Noble's bond, which in those terms she was allowed to leave her home, but only under the condition her mother was with her. Another reason for postponing the hearing was a lack of evidence. Noble pleaded not guilty to a tampering with physical evidence charge because she allegedly used toilet water to try and alter a drug test, but those results were not present. The parents of Paige Hayes continue to show up at every court date and say showing up every time lets the court system know they are never giving up.
She knows she done wrong. She knows she killed Paige. And in my opinion, she deserves the rest of her life in jail. And it's about time she stands up for her actions.
Hayes' parents said knowing Paige is at peace gives them the strength to push for justice. Noble's bond hearing is rescheduled for the 11th of March.
And a Whitley County man is accused of breaking his own mother's leg. Deputies responded to a fight between James Gibson and his 77-year-old mother last week. The deputies claim they found the mother covered in wounds. She also had a broken leg. Gibson is being held in the Whitley County Detention Center and is charged with second-degree assault.
Well, a Pikeville man is accused of injecting a woman with an unknown substance and sexually assaulting her. Kentucky State Police arrested 34-year-old Robert Caldwell Monday morning. The victim claims Caldwell held her against her will and threatened to kill her if she left the area. Caldwell is charged with fourth-degree assault, rape, and sodomy. He is being held in the Pike County Detention Center.
And a Harlan County man is behind bars this morning facing serious charges related to an undercover child pornography investigation. Kentucky State Police took 38-year-old Scotty Ward into custody on Tuesday. Police are charging Ward with 20 counts of possessing or viewing matter portraying a sexual performance by a minor and 5 counts of distribution. Ward is in the Harlan County Detention Center.
A fire destroyed a house in downtown London last night. It started around 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon on Main Street. Firefighters spent hours battling the blaze. We are told no one was at home at the time of the fire, but 2 firefighters were hurt while trying to contain it.
You know, when we did a search and cleared the house, that's a big relief when you know you're not dealing with somebody trapped. And as far as our personnel that have been injured, they've been minor, and we're thankful for that.
At least one of the firefighters has already been released from the hospital. We are still waiting to learn the other firefighter's condition. Well, thank you for getting your day started with us right here on Mountain News This Morning.
And coming up, we take you to Laurel County, where many spent their Wednesday morning in remembering the life of local woman known for her big personality.
Another mild days on the way today before we see a shot of winter return to the mountains to wrap up the work and school week. I'll have the latest forecast in about 3 minutes.